Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
आ रही आवाज आ रही है? गुड मॉर्निंग.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग. दो 2-3 मिनट वेट करेंगे. लेट अदर्स ज्वाइन. एनी क्वेश्चंस हु हैव जॉइंड मे बी यू कैन आस्क राइट नाउ.
सर, हमें जब 18 को बुलाएंगे तो कब तक के लिए आना होगा?
कोशिश करेंगे आपको विद इन जैन फ्री कर दें इंक्लूडिंग एग्जामिनेशंस.
तो सर, जो जैसे हॉस्टल फीस है तो वो पूरे मंथ की लगाई हुई है?
हॉस्टल की फीस तो 1 महीना लगेगी. दैट इज बाकी जब आएंगे तो देखेंगे कि हाउ मेनी डेज लाइक, क्योंकि अभी आप 18 को आएंगे तो पॉसिबली 1 हफ्ता के करीब आपका जो पेंडिंग पोर्शन है शायद 1 आधा अगर हम ऑनलाइन फिनिश ना कर पाए तो वो चलेगा. फिर आपका लैब वर्क चलेगा. फिर उसके बाद आपका एग्जामिनेशन चलेगा. तो हो सकता है फर्स्ट वीक में भी चला जाए.
सर, जैसे
एक सेकंड. मॉर्निंग सर. अभी क्लास शुरू होनी है 10 बजे. होगी है. हाँ सर. ठीक है. तो 11:30 करता हूँ मैं फ़ोन. ठीक है. ठीक है. ठीक है, मैं 11:30 करता हूँ सर. जी बोले. आई एम बैक. think Vandana was asking something. Hello. Hello.
यस सर।
हाँ, आप कुछ बोल रहे थे।
सर फिर हमारा वो कोई सॉफ्टवेयर वाला भी होगा?
नहीं, उसके लिए टाइम नहीं है, पहले हमने प्लान किया था, क्योंकि अगर आप अगर एक्सटेंड करना चाहेंगे तो, क्योंकि हमें वी आर वरीड अबाउट द एग्जामिनेशन, दैट इज द प्रायोरिटी।
तो सर हमारे सिर्फ यही 2 एग्जाम्स होंगे या फिर लैब वाला
लैब भी
भी
होगा बेटा,
होगा?
लैब भी होगा, लैब का पहले कनेक्ट भी होगा, फिर उसका वाइव भी होगा।
ओके सर।
Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग। हाउ इज लाइफ?
Sir, good.
बढ़िया। एनी क्वेश्चंस?
No, sir.
इस 10:02 अभी मेरे पास 24 स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने ज्वाइन किया है। हैव यू गॉन थ्रू द पोर्शन दैट वी हैव कवर्ड यस्टरडे, लाइक एनीवन? नोबडी? हाँ, बिना रिवीजन के तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा बेटा आपको। मैं भी, क्योंकि आप लोग गेट की भी प्रेपरेशंस कर रहे हैं, तो उसमें भी हो सकता है कुछ आपका फंडामेंटल्स क्लियर हो। जब भी हम पूछते हैं क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग फॉलो अप, द मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स कीप mum. Anyhow, can you see the screen right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is IS code screen. So we'll be starting with the portion that we had just finished yesterday. So another 2 minutes. So hopefully we'll be carrying till 11:15 or 20. So yesterday we had done one numerical, so we'll try to cover up one more today with a little bit variation you might come across while doing the questions. So for this little bit recap on the things that we had done yesterday. The screen size, is it okay right now, or या इसको बड़ा करें?
थोड़ा zoom कर दो सर।
How much? How about now?
Yes sir, ठीक है।
ठीक है। Okay. So we had done one simple numerical yesterday, and in this numerical, the column was given to you. This isolated, independent member. Length was given to you, end condition was given to you, and the type of steel of which the member is built, that was also given to you, right? So we had to calculate this one, axial load, right? So we had done this question by using two different approaches. One was the analytical, and the second one was the using the tables that we have at our disposable, at our disposal, not disposable, at our disposal, as far as IS 800-2007. Right. So keeping the same guidelines, let me make it very clear, because whenever we are to find the design axial load, means the load carrying capacity of any member, we need to define the class of that section, right? This is the basic underline. Unless until we are not defining the class, we shall not be able to find the design axial load, because we have to refer the relevant table, right? So to define the class, we need to define uh, about what axis we need to find the, for z axis, it is class could be different, for y axis class would be different. So we have to consider the minimum of the uh, radius of gyration, right? Radius gyration if you see the code, uh, there are two radius of gyrations mentioned. One is along z axis in the, and another one is y axis. So we have to consider the minimum. Yesterday we had done numerical, उसमें बड़ा clear हो गया था कि the minimum is about y axis, right? So we had calculated two values. One was 225 about z axis, and another one was 87.06 about y axis, right? So for that, this purpose, we need to find the RYY and RZZ. And if it is a single section, that was the case yesterday, so we can get it directly from the table, the value of RYY. Let me write. Right. So we can calculate directly from, we can get it directly from the table, steel table. But the question that we are going to do today is a built up section, right? So this is the question that we are going to solve today. The fundamental question remains the same, that we have to find the load carrying capacity of this of a built up section. So this is the built up section. Built up section में क्या क्या है? This is ISHB 250 at a rate of 54.7 kg per meter. Sometimes there are two members given in the steel table, so we have to refer कि कौन सा है. So that's why this weight is mentioned here, right? So if you look at the steel table, I am opening up the steel table ISHB 250. You can also open it up if you have it on your table. ISHB 250. Angle is given, and then the T sections are there. Then after that is the I section, right? Uh, from this I section, you get it the ISHB 250. So ISHB is here, right? So if you look at this table, there are two. One is this one, and another one is this one. So both are ISHB 250, right? So which one of these two we have to refer? And it is defined by this 54.7, and this is what it is given in the code. Got it? So we have to be following all the properties along this line for this ISHB 250. This one. That was the purpose of mentioning this weight over here. Clear? So because it's a built-up section, first of all, try to understand the question itself. With one cover plate of 300 into 16 mm on each side of the flange, right? So you can see the figure here. This is the ISHB. This blue one, I am shading it, right? And there are additional two members, that is in the form of cover plate, and these are the cover plates, right? This is yellow one, I'm marking it. This is cover plate at the top of the flange, and another one is at the bottom of the flange. So what is the variation in this question? Now we cannot get the value of RYY or RZZ from the steel table. We can get the value of steel table RYY for ISHB 250 only. But because it's a built-up section, so we need to incorporate the thickness of the cover plate, that is one on the top and one at the bottom. So definitely the dimensions have changed, and the moment of inertia will be different, and of course then value of so RYY will also be different. So this is the variation, right? Any questions? Have you understood the variation? And it would also help us in defining the class of the member, right? But to find the radius of gyration, because when we are doing the questions, if we go to the steel table, table number 9, A, B, C, or D, so we need to have the value of KL upon R. And R is the value which is minimum we have to consider, right? So this one we have to calculate for this one, this member. K will be according to the end condition, L is given in the question. So then we have to refer the table according to the class, right? So the dimensions of the plate are given. This is 300. 300 is the width. This is the 300, right? And thickness of the cover plate on both the sides is 16 mm on each side. And length of the column is given, that is 4 meter, and end condition is also given. Bottom end is fixed and other end is hinged. So if one end is fixed and other end is free, and other end is hinged, then what is the effective length? You can refer to the steel code, the relevant table. The table number, what's the table? Now the end condition is given.
Sir, table number 11.
Right. So table number 11 को follow करेंगे and one end is fixed and other one is hinged. Then what is the value of K? This K, the factor. Table number 11 को खोलने बेटा. What page?
45.
45.
Right. So this is the table. One end is fixed, another end is fixed, pinned. So
0.8 L.
this is the pin condition. This one is fixed condition. So we are following this one, right? So the value of K is 0.8, right? So this is defined. Now coming back to the question itself. So get down the properties of the basic properties of the I section from the table. So what we need to calculate is the RYY, and RYY is the moment of inertia divided by आप पुराना फार्मूला याद करें. This is the relation, right? RZ भी calculate करेंगे. RY will be equal to IY and divided by area of the combined section. So this will be the formula. As to calculate RY or RZ, so we need to calculate IZ and IY, right? दोनों में से जो minimum होगा वो हम select करेंगे. Got it? So R So this is something, some practice that you have done in previous classes, maybe in +1, +2 as well, or maybe in engineering mechanics in first semester or second semester. So we have to find the IZ of the compound section, right? So this is the only variation. So once we are done with the RY or RZ, so we can follow the relevant table and calculate the value of FCD, right? Clear? So how to find the IZ of the compound section? IZ for the compound section is IZ of the ISB, ISHB plus IZZ of the plates, because it's a combination of both the members. So IZZ of ISHB from the steel table is 7983. This one you can get it from the steel table. So can you verify? Somebody can verify from the steel table. Is it right? It, of course, it is right, but somebody should check it.
It's right, sir.
Okay. There's some difference in the steel table. If you look at the steel table, the value is written as
Centimeter square.
yeah, centimeter square. Another one, another difference is somebody can, मेरे इसमें क्लियर नहीं है, what is this?
About x-axis.
This is x-axis, right? This is x-axis. So we are reading it as IZZ because the column is in vertical position. The column, this one is in vertically placed like this. Got it? So this column is in vertical position. So this one is, as per the figure, it is x-axis, but we are reading it as z-axis because the column position is anyhow. So I just mentioned to say that ix is the IZZ, right? So because the column, the beam is not horizontal, the beam is being used as a column that is in vertical position. So that is the difference. So IZZ of the steel member is this one, and IZZ of the plate. So can you can somebody explain this one, or are you clear with this? So this is we have used one theorem, that theorem says, what theorem is it? If you remember the engineering mechanics or some lecture in maybe +2 or +1, maybe in metric as well. कोई recall कर पाएगा? Anyhow, this is theorem of parallel axis. Theorem of parallel axis. You might have read it in somewhere, that theorem of parallel axis and theorem of perpendicular axis. So we have used theorem of parallel axis here. It says that moment of inertia of this plate, Z1, right? There are two number of plates because एक top पे है, एक bottom पे है. The moment of inertia of this rectangular section is BD cube by 12. I think this is clear to you. And plus सर क्लास चल रही है, मैं आपको करता हूँ कनेक्ट. Right. Moment of inertia of this rectangular plate, this is B. The B is 300 and D is 16 plus area of this plate and square of the distance between the CG of this plate with the CG of the combined section, right? So the CG of the combined section is this distance is 125 because the depth is 250 and CG of this plate is 8. So the distance between both the axes is 133, right? So we have used this value over here. So the square of this distance, this value is 133. So this is just a recollection, capturing of the things that we have done earlier in the earlier classes. So this is moment of inertia of this BD cube divided by 12 plus area of this plate and the square of the distance between both the axes, parallel axes, right? So of course it is multiplied by 2 because there are two plates. One is at the top and one is symmetrically placed at the bottom. So we had have calculated this one in mm. This is not square, this is mm4, right? So this is the moment of inertia. Now we need to calculate the RYY, right? So RYY is IZ divided by area of the built up section. So area of the total built up section is this one. दोनों प्लेट्स का एरिया प्लस आई सेक्शन का एरिया, द टोटल एरिया इज 1657. दोनों का हम रेशो लेंगे, द स्क्वायर रूट, दिस इज द फार्मूला. आपको याद होगा दैट आई इज इक्वल टू ए आर स्क्वायर, ये हमने पहले किया हुआ, राइट? तो आर इज इक्वल टू आई अपॉन ए, राइट? So by using this basic knowledge that we have, So we have worked out the zx according to z, the I value of I z, right? Similarly, we will be working out the value of I y y, right? So the I y y is this moment of inertia of the I section plus moment of inertia of the plates about y axis, right? I'm like marking it here. There's a plate here, there's another plate here. तो हमने अब y y of both the axis is same, both the members is same. y y जो कॉलम का है वो भी यहीं से पास हो रहा है, मार्किंग इट इन येलो. तो y y जो प्लेट का है वो भी उसी पोजीशन पे है, मार्किंग इट इन ग्रीन. So there is no distance between them, right? So simply we add the value of, now this become dv cube by 12 प्लस जो पिछले उसमें किया था हमने ax plus x1 का स्केयर किया था वो जीरो हो जाएगा, राइट? दिस इज जीरो बिकॉज देयर इज नो डिस्टेंस बिटवीन both the axes. So simply we calculate this one and the value is coming out to be this 92117 into 10 raised to 4 mm4. Then we calculate value of ry is coming out to be 74.56. So now this was the only variation that was there based upon the things that we had done yesterday. अगर किसी को कुछ clear नहीं है तो one can ask before I move forward. बाकी क्वेश्चन सेम है जो हमने कल किया था. Any issues or some maybe finding some difficulty in recollecting the things regarding moment of inertia? I think it should be clear. Is it clear? How to find the moment of inertia built up section? Moment of inertia आपको याद होगा, आपने मैकेनिक्स में भी किया होगा. हेलो, सब चुप है? हेलो, मेरे को डाउट पड़ रहा है कि मेरी आवाज आप पे पहुंच रही है कि नहीं पहुंच रही. हेलो,
आ रही है सर.
आवाज आ रही है पर आपकी नहीं आ रही है. कोई तो बोले. डाउट है तो भी बोले, नहीं है तो भी बोले.
सर जब प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो थोड़ा रिकॉल हो जाएगा सर, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा समझ तो आ गया है.
ठीक है, ठीक है, बट मेरे को एक आंसर तो दे ही सकते हैं ना कि आपने ये पढ़ा तो हुआ ना.
यस सर, विल यू रिपीट इट अगेन बिकॉज़.
हेलो
हेलो सर, आप एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे सर, मेरा डिस्कनेक्ट.
नहीं ऐसे तो
ये वाला जो आपने IZ द्वारा से थोड़ा सा रिपीट कर दें.
IZ में बेसिकली हमने थ्योरम में पैरेलल एक्सिस यूज की है, राइट? तो थ्योरम में पैरेलल एक्सिस आप +1 +2 में भी यूज करते रहे हैं, इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स में भी हमने यहाँ इंजीनियरिंग बीटेक में भी किया है. तो आप इसको रिकलेक्ट करें, राइट? जैसे आप कह रहे हैं कि जब आप करेंगे तो हो जाएगा. मेरा पर्पस सिर्फ इतना ही था कि कंबाइंड सेक्शन में आपको ये जो पुरानी नॉलेज है आपकी पिछले सेमेस्टर्स की वो यूज करनी है हमने, राइट? सो आई एम कमिंग बैक टू दिस शीट. IZZ सेक्शन का, IZZ प्लेट का, दोनों को टोटल करेंगे. IZ सेक्शन का हमें सीधा मिला हुआ है टेबल से. IZZ प्लेट का BDQ plus AR square. R is what, like this is the this is the distance between two parallel axes passing through the CG of the individual members, right? तो CG इस सेक्शन का यहाँ पे है और दूसरे सेक्शन का यहाँ पे है, दोनों के बीच का डिस्टेंस जो है वो 133 है. 125 प्लस 8 इज दी हाफ ऑफ द थिकनेस ऑफ द प्लेट. उसका स्केयर करेंगे, उसको एरिया से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, प्लस उसका अपना मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट सेंट्रल एक्सिस उसको बीच में ऐड करेंगे. यू विल गेट द टोटल मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया, राइट? तो इसको कैलकुलेट हमने इसलिए किया है क्योंकि वी नीड द वैल्यू ऑफ r इज द रेडियस ऑफ जाइरेशन. रेडियस ऑफ जाइरेशन इज given by moment of inertia about that axis divided by the total area of that member, right? The total area of the member is this one, area of the section I section plus area of the both the plates. दोनों को टोटल करने के बाद जो वैल्यू आएगी that is coming out to be 122.79. So similarly we have worked out the value of I, that is moment of inertia about y axis. Clear? So based upon this we have worked out 74.56. अब दोनों का मिनिमम हमें लेना है, बिकॉज इन लास्ट क्वेश्चन वी हैव सीन दैट वी हैव टू टेक द मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ आर, वन इज अलोंग z एंड अनदर वन इज अलोंग y, जो इनमें से कम होगा वो हमने कंसीडर करना है. सो दिस वैल्यू इज 74.56, राइट. सो नाउ ये हमने इसलिए किया है बिकॉज वी नीड टू फाइंड द बकलिंग क्लास एंड the value of k l upon r, right. If you see the table, बकलिंग क्लास टेबल डिफाइन करने के लिए कल हमने देखा था, दिस इज द टेबल, राइट. सो इफ यू लुक एट दिस टेबल, this table defines the buckling class of the cross sections. So हमारा सिंगल स्टैंड अलोन सेक्शन नहीं है, वेल्डेड सेक्शन नहीं है, राइट. सो हॉलो सेक्शन नहीं है, वेल्डेड बॉक्स सेक्शन नहीं है, चैनल सेक्शन नहीं है. सो वी आर what we are talking about is built up member. For built up member about any axis, we need to see that this is class C, right. So as per the table 10, so we have defined that class of the member is C. Clear. So once we are done with the class, then according to the class we can go back to the IS 800. Then which table we are to follow?
Page number 35, table 7.
No, we need to follow this one. टेबल 7 हम तब फॉलो करेंगे जब हमने एनालिटिकल मेथड यूज करना है, राइट. तो एनालिटिकल मेथड हम कल भी हमने कहा था कि हम यूज नहीं करेंगे. सो विल गो डायरेक्टली टू द टेबल नंबर 9C. तो इन टेबल नंबर 9C वी नीड दिस वैल्यू, राइट. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड द वैल्यू ऑफ R, राइट. K को हमने देख लिया, K इज 0.8, L इज 4, राइट. R इज अभी जो हमने कैलकुलेट किया 70 कितना 74.56, right. So based upon this value we calculate this KL upon R, right, and this value is coming out to be 42.96. Clear. So this is KL and this is R. So KL upon R, and this value is coming out to be 42.92. So this is the value according to which we have to follow this table. Table 9C use करें because हमारा क्लास C है. तो अब KL वैल्यू जो हमने कैलकुलेट किया है वो है 42.92. So 42.92 जो वैल्यू यहाँ पे आ रही है somewhere here. तो because स्टील जो हमारा that is उसकी yield stress 250, so we have to follow this value and this value. तो हमारी ये वैल्यू इसके बीच में आएगी. अगर 40 है तो 198 है, 50 है तो 183 है. तो we have to interpolate, right? तो interpolate किया है हमने. तो interpolate करने के बाद this is the value. 40 it is 198, for 50 it is 183. So our value has to be by interpolation, this value is coming out to be 193.62. So this is the value FCD, right? हमने ढूंढना है FD, the total load carrying capacity, compressive force. This is FCD multiplied by area, and this is FCD. This is the total area of the member, and this load carrying capacity is 3208.48 kilonewton. So very safely this member can take 3000 kilonewton load. ये क्वेश्चन ऐसे भी फ्रेम हो सकता है आपको, क्योंकि अभी हमने ढूंढा है कि ये कॉलम जो है वो 3000 किलो न्यूटन लोड ले सकता है. द क्वेश्चन कुड बी आस्क्ड इन दिस फैशन, प्लीज वेरीफाई दैट दिस कॉलम कैन टेक a load of 3500 किलो न्यूटन. ये हमने वेरीफाई करना है. सारा न्यूमेरिकल करने के बाद हमारा आंसर आ रहा है 3200. 3200, right? 3200, फिर हमारा आंसर क्या होगा? This column cannot take 3500 kilonewton load, right? आंसर होगा no. Or the question can be asked like the load carrying capacity of the given column is 3200, 3000, 3600 or 2500. This can be the multiple choice question. So you have to do the calculation at the back end and give the answer that load carrying capacity of this member is 3200. Got it? So any questions on this? So we are done with this numerical. Only variation was because it was a built up member, and built up member में दो variations होगी. एक तो हमें उसका RY भाई ढूंढना एक separate exercise है, right? RY ढूंढने के बाद फिर हमने क्लास जो है वो कौन सी फॉलो करनी है वो हमने देखना. So we have used the table approach. Analytical approach हमने नहीं की because in that case the calculations would be long, जो हमने कल की थी. Any question on this? I'll be moving forward after getting some response from you. आप भी चाय का कप साथ में रख लें, मैंने भी रखा हुआ है.
Clear, sir.
Shall we
Clear,
move?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So we are moving to the third option as per your code, and this is another question we will be doing right. So can somebody read the question for me? Somebody should read the question for me.
A strut 3 meter long consisting of two ISA 100 into 100 into 6. Find the factored strength of members if angles are connected both sides of 12 mm gusset plate by 1 bolt 2 bolt welding.
Right. I'll just give you the perspective of this question, right? Because this is a part of a truss. Truss में क्या होता है कि there's a girder plate here. Let me draw this is plain page. Okay. Right. This is an angle here. Right. The angle is like this. And it is connected to a plate. क्योंकि जब हम ट्रस की बात करते हैं तो ट्रस is always connected with the help of some plate, and that plate is like this. This is a plate here, and this plate runs like this. The thickness of the plate, right? अब इस केस में क्या है कि this is a plate here, and it is connected like this. ये बोल्ट के साथ लगाएंगे या वेल्डिंग करेंगे, right? So there is another angle on the other side of the plate. Excuse me for this, like okay, I'm drawing it with right. So these are the two angles which are connected on both the sides, and it is connected like this with 1 bolt or 2 bolts, right? And there are three different questions given here. Now read this question. So the angle is 100 by 100 by 6. So nomenclature of the angle is clear. So whatever property is required as far as angle is concerned, Indian standard angle, we get it from the steel table. That is very clear. So a word is written here is a strut. Strut, I said a strut is a member which is under compression, part of the truss which is under compression. So it automatically defines that we are designing a compression member, right? दो हैं the factor strength हमने ढूंढना है. Factor strength is like always we because we have to see the partial safety factor of the member. If angles are connected on both the sides of 12 mm gutter plate, so thickness of this plate is 12 mm, right? So this is a question of eccentric because this is not symmetrical. जब हमने plate वाला question किया था, I section was there. I section is a symmetrical section always. उसके ऊपर plate लगी हुई थी, right? So this section was symmetrical, both about x-axis and y-axis. But this is not. This angle connection is not symmetrical because CG is little towards the base of the angle. So there are three different conditions we have to analyze. That it is connected by 1 bolt. So can somebody tell me? So we have to define by this terminology that whether it is pin, it is to be considered pin jointed, or it is to be considered as fixed, or it is to be considered as open ended. So according to this 1 volt or 2 volt or the welding. So these three possibilities are there. First is 1 volt, second is 2 volts, and third numerical is that it is connected by welding, right? So welding तो यहाँ पे होगा, ये इस side पे along the length, और यहाँ पे होगा along the length. So these three conditions we have to analyze and design the load carrying capacity of this for all these three cases. So this is the question, right? मुझे थोड़ा सा पानी पीने दो. Okay. जैसे कि पहले भी मैंने I told you that whenever you start the question, get the basic properties of the steel section which is given to you and get it noted down on the sheet. So that would help. That would also save the time not to open the table again and again, right? So for ISA, from the steel tables, the area of the, you can open your own steel table and verify, right? This is the area of the angle. It is 1167 mm square, right? Somebody can check it. So this value is CYY. Can somebody check it from the sheet table? What is CYY and CZZ? Just for your reference, this my sheet is not clear here. So there are two values written here. You can see it. One is CXX and another one is CYY. Can you see it? Hello?
सर क्लियर
Yes
नहीं
sir,
है.
yes sir.
नहीं, आपके पास अपना स्टील टेबल होगा ना?
सर
Yes sir.
सर है उस पे देख रहे हैं हम.
Like this. I'm drawing it again, right? So this value is CYY. This is CXX and this is CYY. Basically, it is the position of the CG. It is the position of the CG because this section, this leg is 100. This leg is also 100. So सर मैं करता हूँ 11:30 बाद सर, मैं क्लास में। So basically this defines the CG of the section. So we need to find, because we are using this value in the numerical calculation, so we have to see it, right? So this is the position of the CG along, अब दोनों angle की length, दोनों legs की length same है, so the value of CYY and CZ will be same, right? So this is because we are using 100 by 100. So this is center of gravity, right? I think this is clear. This table is clear. So 100 by 100. This is for unequal. These angles are unequal. So we will be referring the equals angles, right? So we have here ISA 100 by 100, and thickness is 6, right? So we'll be following this line. This line, these values, right? And the value of C XX and CY दोनों बराबर हैं. So this is 2.67 in centimeters, so 26.7 centimeters. So because this one we need to use in the calculation, right? So this is 26.7. Then RZZ is equal to RYY. This is 30.9. Again, we have taken this value from the steel table. Now you can verify RZZ. This is the value 30.9. I need to say that you get the values from the tables, so you don't have to worry. Get this value from table, get this value from table, and IYY of the angle. Sorry. Give me 1 minute. So as we have done in the last numerical, that we have to find the IYY of the built up section, because this is again a built up section. There are two angles connected together, right? So IYY of the angle and IYY of the plate about y-axis. There are two angles, IYY of one angle plus area of the angle plus CYY plus 6. 6 is what? अब इसको ध्यान से देखें. इस एंगल का moment of inertia about y-axis is this, plus area of this angle plus area of this angle plus this distance, this one. So this is CYY plus half of the thickness of this angle, that is CYY plus 12 mm की प्लेट है तो 6 mm बीच में ऐड हो जाएगा, तो square of this. So this again a theorem of parallel axis we have applied here. So you find the total moment of inertia. This is coming out with this one, and this RYY, it is 44.98, because in vertical condition the RYY is minimum. We are calculating RYY is 44.9. RZZ, because RZZ में क्या है कि दोनों एंगल का एक ही Z एक्सिस है, राइट? तो RZZ दोनों एंगल का सेम है, so this is 30.9 directly from the tables, right? So minimum of these two is 30.9. So this is the same approach that we had done for the combined I section. So the variation in this numerical is, there are three different cases. Case 1, when single bolt is used. Case 2, when two bolts are used. and case 3, that is welding. So we'll handle it one by one. So the purpose of defining single bolt is ये आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. When 1 volt is used, so this has to be considered as pinned end condition. This is the memory. Yeah, you have to. So it has to be treated as the pinned end condition. So if it is a pinned end condition, then effective length is same as the actual length. The K is equal to 1, right? When K is 1, then this is KL becomes L upon R. L is 3000. R is minimum जो हमने अभी calculate किया है. According to this, the value is coming out to be 97. So can somebody tell me that we are using buckling class C? So buckling
सर
class,
आपने के लिए क्या बोला अभी?
both ends are pinned. This one. ये वाला. Right? Clear?
Yes sir.
Right. So ये आपको जो याद रखना है वो ये कि when single bolts are used, because it gives a little bit taking of freedom of movement, so we are to consider it as focus on this single bolt pin. It has to be treated as pin. आवाज जिसकी आ रही है बेटा वो थोड़ा सा म्यूट कर ले. और I shall tell that who is making the noise. Okay. So this is the only thing that you have to remember. Otherwise, the rest of the numerical remains the same. Right? So it is buckling class C because for all the angle sections, the buckling class, if you see that table number 10, so we are following this, right? For all, this is angle, channel, T or solid section. So this class is, we are using this angle and this is NE and this is C, right? So according to this, so we have defined the class. So we follow the table number 9C of IS 800, and as per 9C and for value of 97, right? So go to table number 9C. So table number 9C, this one. So table number 9C, the value of 90 for 250, this is 121. For 100, this is 100.07. Again, we do the interpolation for 97 and you get the value of 111.2 Newton per mm square. Right. So the same formula multiplied with the area, you get the load carrying capacity of the first case. In second case, when both bolts, when two bolts are used, so you have to consider it as one end is fixed, other end is free. One end is fixed and other end is free. Just a minute. हाँ जी सर, मैं क्लास में हूँ. अगर जरूरी नहीं है तो बाद में कर लूँगा. मेरे ख्याल में अलाउ नहीं करेंगे. हम लोग एक से चलाना पड़ेगा. पूछ लो, वैसे पूछने में हाजिर कोई नहीं. Hello. So again, this terminology you have to remember when there are two boards, we consider this is equivalent to one end is fixed and other end is free. So when one end is fixed and other end is free, so as per the table number 11, so this condition which has to be followed is this one. I think it's so you check it. This is wrong, only written here. So one end is fixed, other end is pinned. So you treat it like this. This is not free. You make the correction, I will do it, right? One end is fixed and other end is pinned. So the factor is 0.85 is written here. So in the as per code it is 0.8. So you take it the value of 0.8, not 85. Right. So using there will be certain changes in the values, but the process would remain the same. 3000 multiplied by 8, and this is coming out to be divided by 30.2. ये वैल्यू थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाएगा, but the process would remain same. कि आपको उस हिसाब से KL upon R the value, then follow the table 9C again and calculate the value of D. So the load carrying capacity is coming out to be 308. So if you see this, so in first case the load carrying capacity was 259 or 260, and second case it is coming out to be 308. Now the third case, which is welded. In welding में joint पूरा rigid बन जाता है, so we consider this condition as both ends fixed. So when both ends are fixed, so this is 0. Let me check. When both ends are fixed, this is 0.65. Clear? So considering this value of K, the values of KL upon R will change. The value of KL और R change के हिसाब से फिर उसकी FCD की वैल्यू में चेंज आ जाएगा, and FCD के हिसाब से उसका लोड कैरिंग कैपेसिटी में चेंज आ जाएगा. So these are the three different cases. You see, there are three for all three different cases. First case में हमारा लोड कैरिंग कैपेसिटी था 260. सेकंड केस में हुआ 308. राइट. थर्ड केस में हुआ 362.39. राइट. तो इसके ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन बन जाता है कि if a joint is given to you, if it is fixed with one board or with two boards or with welded condition, so which of these three will carry the maximum load given the same dimensions, same member, but the end conditions are different, right? So in that case, you have to remember that fixed end condition always help us to carry more load. So this is 362. This is a direct comparison, and also the question can be reframed that out of these three, which of these three will be carrying the maximum load. So the variation in this numerical was only one, that we had to remember that if it is fixed with one board, then we consider that it is partially free and partially restrained. That means like ends are pinned. That in that case, the value of K is 1. If two boards are used, we see that one end is fixed and other is pinned. That in that case, the value of K will be 0.8. And third case, when it is welded, so we see that it is fixed 0.65. Right. So we use this factor to calculate the value of KL upon R. And accordingly, because it's an angle section, angles are used. So the class is C. The buckling class is C. So we follow the table number 9C to find the value of FCD.
सर आपने वन एंड का क्या बोला सर? उसमें भी तो बोथ एंड्स फिक्स्ड बताए थे आपने जब क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट कर रहे थे.
नहीं लिखा.
A part, first part.
Yeah, this one is there.
Both ends pinned.
Excuse me, sir.
Pinned, not fixed.
Okay, sir.
Pinned means like hinged.
Excuse me, sir.
जी.
सर हम इसे क्लास सी एंगल सेक्शन की वजह से मानेंगे या बिल्ट अप सेक्शन की वजह से? लेकिन ये बिल्ट अप सेक्शन भी तो है.
Built up भी है, but we are considering because the guzzler plate is the member which is not part of the guzzler plate, is used only to join the angles with the main frame, right? So the loads are being carried by the angles only.
Okay, sir.
So this is the third variation as for design of compression members. So we have done 3 numericals. So there can be variation. I've also shared that the framing of question can be different. The question can be same, but it could be asked in different fashion, right? So ये आपको थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना है. और So this is one part, and आपको याद होगा कि whenever we are designing the question, there are always two method. One is direct, that अभी जो 3 numerical हमने किए हैं उसमें है कि हमें member दिया है, हमने load calculate किया है, how much load this given member is able to handle. Now the reverse of this is that the load shall be given to you, and we have to design the member, right? So that's the last part of this design of compression member, that load shall be given to you and we have to handle it. So do you wish to continue? It'll take another 10 minutes, not more than that. Hello?
Okay, sir.
यस सर करवा दो सर.
Right. So I'll be opening another page here. Design of compression members, that's the forward process. That means like the load will be given to you and we have to find that what suitable section we need to decide, so that we are comfortable with the load carrying capacity that which is given to us, right? So let me open the sheet first, then we'll carry it. In the meantime, you can take 1 or 2 minutes break, and if somebody wish to have some water or something, then go. We'll be back within 2 minutes. It's 10:57. We'll start at 11. So in the medium, those who are here, they can look at this sheet, and we'll be covering it. अब इसको समझने में आपको ज़्यादा परेशानी नहीं आएगी, so ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 15 मिनट लगेंगे इसको. सभी यहीं पे हैं?
यस सर.
करें शुरू? ओके. So design of compression member, that process that we are going to follow is it's a trial and error process. So ये आपको याद रखना है, right? So this is based upon the experiences of the designers. So there's no fixed guideline as far as the start process is concerned. Like I am designing, I'll be getting some different design. If you are designing, you'll be getting some different design based upon the start, right? That's why we call it as trial and error process. So the first and the foremost criteria, the question itself says that the load will be given to you, is given. This is the start, and we have to check the suitable section. That is the question. Right. And third process is, if somebody remembers, whenever we do the design, last step is
check.
So ये हमने 3 process हमने follow करना है. So this is the timeline, the flow process. So the first step is assume FCD, because the load carrying capacity जो हमने P ढूंढना है, that is FCD into area, right? तो area जो होगा वो that will give us the section, suitable section. Very simple process. So load is given. लोड को हम FCD के साथ डिवाइड कर देंगे जो हमने assume किया है. So that area will be with us. According to area, we can always choose the member from the steel table and then go for the check. As simple as that, right? Got it? So let me repeat. So So the first step is assume FCD, and there are certain experience based figures that we can always start. So if we need to design the angle, for example, we are designing for a truss member, so then we always preferably we go for angles, right? Struts. Then FCD, we can always start with 90, right? If you are designing for a beam, horizontal member, which is to be provided for maybe taking the load of slab or some other structural members, then you can go start with 135 Newton mm square, right? So when you're designing the columns for large compressive loads, that means the columns, because columns are the heaviest members of any steel structure apart from the foundation, then you can go for 200 Newton per mm square. So these are the three criteria, basic criteria. One can always vary here or there, but to start with the learning process, for angles, struts take 90, for beams take 135, for compressive loads take 200, right? So these are the three basic criteria. So once you are done with this assumptions, so the basic simple funda is that whatever we have assumed, we have to verify that our assumption was wrong or our assumption is right. Right. So to find that wrong or right, so we need to go to the step number 2, which is find the area. And area is by simple that formula, total load which will be given to you divided by the assumed stress. So this area will be with us. Right. Now going to step number 3. Select a suitable section from the steel table to match the required area and calculate R minimum. इसको दो स्टेप में बांट लें हम लोग, स्टेप 3A एंड स्टेप 3B. राइट, स्टेप 3A.
एक बार स्टेप 2 दोबारा बता दो.
स्टेप 2 तो सिंपल फार्मूला, लोड इज इक्वल टू स्ट्रेस इनटू एरिया, राइट? स्ट्रेस हमने ज्यूम कर लिया, राइट? लोड हमें दिया होगा,
यस सर.
so simple divide that and we get the area.
Okay.
Right. So once you are done with this area, select a suitable section from the steel table matching with the area, which should at least should not be less than the required area. For example, आप लोड आपको दिया है 1000, अभी हम न्यूमेरिकल करेंगे थोड़ी देर में. 1000 को आपने एफसीडी ले लिया अपने 100, राइट? 100 किलो, 1000 किलो न्यूटन, ऑफ कोर्स इट इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3. सो आप कितना है एरिया आपका? 10⁴ mm स्क्वायर. तो 10⁴ मींस 10,000 आपने एरिया लेना है स्टील टेबल से. जो आपका सुटेबल मेंबर होगा उसको हम स्टील टेबल में देखेंगे, एक से हम करेंगे अभी. सो जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस स्टेप ओनली, राइट? Now select a suitable area section from the steel table matching the calculated area. तो जो सेक्शन हम चूज कर लेंगे उसका फिर हमने आर मिनिमम कैलकुलेट करना है, जो अभी न्यूमेरिकल्स में किया था, राइट? फर्स्ट सेलेक्ट द सेक्शन फ्रॉम दिस टेबल, देन कैलकुलेट द आर मिनिमम. दिस इज स्टेप नंबर 3B, राइट? सो नोइंग द एंड कंडीशंस. अब एंड कंडीशन भी हमने खुद देखना है कि हमें कौन सी एंड कंडीशन से हमें ज्यादा लोड कैरिंग कैपेसिटी, और दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चरल डिजाइन. कि हमें वहां पे पिन कनेक्शन देना है या फिक्स देना है, या बोल्ट यूज करने हैं या वेल्डिंग यूज करना है. सो नोइंग द एंड कंडीशन, नाउ आफ्टर स्टेप नंबर 3, आई एम मार्किंग इट विद ब्लू लाइन. नाउ वी आर हैविंग इस स्टेज पे ऊपर, इस स्टेज पे हमारे पास मेंबर डिफाइन हो गया है ना. मेंबर डिफाइन हो गया, हमने जो अज्यूम करके स्ट्रेस ढूंढा है वो मेंबर डिफाइन हो गया. अब एंड कंडीशन अगर दी हुई है तो वो चूज कर लेनी, तो वी कैन ऑलवेज अकॉर्डिंग, बिकॉज वी आर द डिजाइनर्स, वी कैन सी कि हमारे लिए क्या बेनिफिट है. तो एंड कंडीशन हम चूज कर लेंगे, एंड कंडीशन के हिसाब से इफेक्टिव लेंथ आ जाएगी। देन द रेस्ट ऑफ द न्यूमेरिकल विल बी द सेम जो भी हमने किए हैं, अभी 3 न्यूमेरिकल जो किए हैं, और द रेस्ट ऑफ द न्यूमेरिकल विल बी सेम। न्यूमेरिकल जब पूरा करेंगे तो जो हमारा लोड आएगा कैलकुलेट करने के बाद, वो हमें देखना होगा कि हमारा लोड जो फॉर एग्जांपल 3000 आ जाता है, whether it is more than the given load or not. If it is more than the given load, then it is okay. If it is less than the given load, then we have to revise the section. So this is the revision. तो follow the same step. जब revision करेंगे तो हम ज्यादा एरिया वाला मेंबर चूज कर लेंगे। क्लियर? So now we are moving to the numericals. ये सारे steps आपको क्लियर हो जाएंगे। Again, read the numerical statement from somebody should read it. पढ़ें? मैं आपको इसलिए नहीं कह रहा कि आप पढ़ नहीं सकते, मैं थोड़ा सा मेरे को लगता है कि आप मेरे सामने बैठे हैं, इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि आप पढ़ें।
Design a single strut connected to a gusset plate to carry a compressive loaded factored load of 180 kilonewton. The strut is of 3 meter center to center.
Right. So thank you. अब इसमें 2-3 शब्द हैं जो आपको जनरली हम उस पर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं। One is this factored load. So can somebody tell me what is? हम बाद में एक क्वेश्चन करेंगे, उसमें आपको गिवन लोड होगा। फॉर एग्जांपल 10 किलो न्यूटन, एक जैसे एक रूम है, फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज अ रूम हियर, राइट। इसके ऊपर फ्लोरिंग लगी हुई है, छत डली हुई है, तो हर एक मेंबर का हम लोड कैलकुलेट करेंगे कि इसका 10 किलो है, इसका 20 किलो है, इसका 100 किलो है। सभी लोड्स को टोटल कर लेंगे। टोटल करने के बाद हमारे पास आ जाता है 500 kg, राइट। So this is not the design load. Design load is always a factored load. तो फैक्टर अप्लाई करेंगे इस पर, सेफ्टी फैक्टर होता है ना, that is
1.5.
कहाँ से लेते हैं फैक्टर लोड? Somebody shall tell me. फैक्टर कहाँ से लेते हैं, कौन से टेबल से लेते हैं?
5.
टेबल नंबर नहीं, 5 से नहीं लेते हैं। लोडिंग फैक्टर कहाँ से लेते हैं? 5 से तो हम मटेरियल का फैक्टर लेते हैं।
Table 4.
Yes, so we refer to table number 4. So
Page number 29.
this one, right? तो पार्शियल सेफ्टी फैक्टर्स फॉर द लोड्स, मैं आपको रीटेट कर पा रहा हूँ क्योंकि आपको अभी एग्जामिनेशन भी देना है, तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन बीच में आएंगे, राइट। तो इसमें डेड लोड, लाइव लोड का फैक्टर 1.5 है, जनरल फैक्टर इज 1.5, राइट। तो लाइव लोड का ये है, और विंड लोड एंड अर्थक्वेक लोड का ये है, राइट। सो वी विल बी फॉलोइंग। सो जनरली आपको हर एक क्वेश्चन में फैक्टर्ड वर्ड लिखा है, ठीक है। अगर ना लिखा हो तो वी अज्यूम दैट इट इज फैक्टर्ड लोड unless until you are designing itself. So this factor load is 180, so you do not need to apply any additional factor to increase it. The strut itself means this is compression member and 3 meter center to center, so that means it is so step number 1, because we are designing for stress, so assume the stress FCD कितना 90, that was the step number. बीम के लिए 135 था और हैवी कॉलम के लिए 200 था, राइट। तो अभी हम 90 ले रहे हैं बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग फॉर स्ट्रट एंगल्स इन ए ट्रस। सो इफेक्टिव एरिया गिवन लोड डिवाइडेड बाय assumed stress 180 divided by 90, so the area which is required is 2000 mm square. So now the third step जो अभी आपको हमने कर रहे थे कि choose a suitable member from steel table having little more area than calculated. Little more area, little means not much, right, just matching with that but not less than, ये भी देखना है आपको, right. सो आप स्टील टेबल खोल लें, विल सेलेक्ट की 2000 एरिया किस एंगल का आ रहा है। ध्यान से, आई एम जस्ट ओपनिंग द टेबल हियर एंड दिस इज द एंगल हियर। सो ऑलवेज गो फॉर preferably go for equal angle just to avoid the calculations. So I am opening the equal angle tables here. So this is the first page, right? तो आप you start following this area column. हमें एरिया कितना चाहिए? 2000. Any one of this has having 2000? 1300, 700, 800, 1100, 14.
It's 9090 वाला
Huh?
last. Yes, ये last में sir 209119.
This one is 2019, right? So there's no another there's the nearest one, next one is this one, right? 2106, but this will make the section heavier, right? So if you can go for lighter one, so because steel design is always a weight calculation, so we always choose the just comfortable section. So just comfortable is this one. So the section that is matching with our requirement is 90 by 90
By 12.
by 12, which gives us an area of 2019 mm square, right? So we have selected this. Coming back to that page. So this is 2019 mm square, and properties from the steel table, we get the R minimum. R minimum is 17.4. Right. So R value is given in the steel table, and कौन सा है ये? IS 90 by 90. Yeah, these are the values. Right. So we choose the 17.4. R minimum, this is 17.4. Then any conditions not given in this question, right? So मैंने पहले लिखा था कि we can always assume according to the designer's flexibility. So connected with two boards में हमने पिछले क्वेश्चन में किया था, कौन सी कंडीशन assume करेंगे? One fixed,
One pinned.
other one is pinned, right? The value is point, यहाँ पे 85 लिया हुआ, I don't know why. This is 0.8 as per IS code, right? तो इसको 0.8 के साथ कैलकुलेट करेंगे, this will be 2400. तो KL upon R will be 2400 divided by 17.4. So this will be how much? Give me the value.
137.9.
137.9, right? So this is slenderness ratio. Mm is not written here. ये भी गलत लिखा हुआ है because this is ratio L upon length. So ये कुछ corrections आप कर लें आप, because I will be sharing the raw notes with you. ये आप note कर लेंगे, mm नहीं होगा यहाँ पे, हैं? So because this is an angle, so we'll follow the buckling table. So rest of the question remains same, right? So उस हिसाब से 250 के हिसाब से class C के हिसाब से the FCD which is to be found from the table number 9C is coming out to be 54.6, right? तो 54.6 के हिसाब से इसमें थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाएगा क्योंकि हमारी जो KL upon R 137.9 है। Anyhow, so उस हिसाब से हमारा जो लोड आएगा that will be this much and it is less than 180, right? So that means we opt to revise the section. Clear? So we have to revise the section. So now to revise the section, take a little bit heavy and go for some another member which is having almost the same area. So we have to calculate 2000 and we going back to the table, and if you see this, this one, right? So this angle again has almost the same area which is required. So this is 130 by 130 by 8 having area 2022. So इस हिसाब से जब हम calculations करेंगे, again follow the same process, then follow the table number 9C, you calculate the value of FCD, and now the answer is coming out to be more than 200 kilonewton, which is greater than 180. So our designed member is 130 by 130 by 8 with 2 volts. राइट, ये साथ में लिखना है हमने, क्योंकि ये डिफाइन करता है एंड कंडीशन. One could have got for welding, right? One could have got for went for welding. हम वेल्डिंग करेंगे तो जो हमारा फैक्टर रह जाता है वो 0.65. उस हिसाब से फिर देखेंगे कितना आ रहा है. तो यू कैन ऑलवेज ट्राई. सो दिस इज ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. Any questions quickly from, because आपको 11:30 दूसरी क्लास भी अटेंड करनी है. Now it is 11:16. So for me it is अगर आप कहें कि पूरा सिलेबस तो हमने अभी कवर नहीं किया है, बट आई थिंक इट इज सफिशिएंट फॉर यू टू स्टार्ट विद द बेसिक फंडामेंटल नॉलेज. इस पे आप प्रैक्टिस करें. इसके अलावा किसी को इस टॉपिक के ऊपर, दोज हु आर गोइंग फॉर लाइक द गेट एग्जामिनेशन, उसमें कोई इस टॉपिक के ऊपर किसी को डाउट हो, दे कैन ऑलवेज कम अप लाइक इंडिविजुअली एंड आस्क द क्वेश्चन ऑन व्हाट्सएप, और मे बी कैन मेल मी डायरेक्टली, राइट. सो जो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक हम करेंगे दैट विल बी डिजाइन ऑफ बैटन्ड कॉलम्स, लेस्ड एंड बैटन कॉलम. उसमें क्या होता है कि एक कॉलम यहाँ पे है, राइट, दिस इज एन आई सेक्शन हियर, एक कॉलम यहाँ पे है, और मे बी चैनल सेक्शन हियर, राइट. दिस इज नॉट आई, दिस इज चैनल सेक्शन हियर. तो इनको फिर आपस में ऐसे जोड़ते हैं, आपने देखा होगा, राइट. So this is lacing. So इसको हम कल करेंगे. What is lacing and patterning? So why it is required? How do we do it? Then how do we design it? ये इसके ऊपर हम एक लेक्चर, पॉसिबली 2 लेक्चर को में इसमें लगेंगे, 2 लग जाएंगे इसमें, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट 2 लेक्चर्स विल बी ऑन डिजाइन ऑफ laced, lacing or and battened columns. This is also part of compression members. So these will be done in next 2 lectures. So any questions from the topic that we have covered so far? 11:20 we'll close it. So yesterday I just deliberately didn't share the documents with you. I'll be sharing it just now.
सर कल के और आज की ये नोट्स और सर जो इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग्स थी कल और आज की, वो कर दोगे सेंड सर ग्रुप पे?
अभी भेज, ठीक है. तो shall we sign off?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
सर आप रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर कर दोगे?
हाँ, कर दूंगा अभी कर दूंगा थोड़ी देर में.
ओके सर.
Fine.
ओके सर.
Okay sir. We'll meet tomorrow 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you sir.